Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be at the stage this afternoon and present to you our new carbon fiber, our Sikafil 4.9 235. And I will explain you why this new carbon fiber is a real performance booster in the world of 50K. Before we jump into the details of this new carbon fiber, I will give you a rough overview of SGL Carbon. Then I will explain you why it is beneficial to use 50 carbon fibers. And we will have a short look into the wind market after that, because currently the wind market is the biggest consumer of carbon fibers, so 50K carbon fibers. Afterwards, we will make a short turn into the world of pressure vessels, and I will explain you why this new carbon fiber can be a good alternative to currently used state-of-the-art low-tow fibers. Short overview of SGL Carbon. So SGL Carbon is a company that is fully focused on carbon and graphite products. SGL Carbon has a global presence, and it is divided into 4 business units. The business unit Graphite Solutions and Process Technology are the graphite-focused business units. They offer graphite specialties, graphite material for anode material for lithium-ion batteries, and materials for fuel cells. The Process Technology business unit offers products, for example, for the chemical industry that can withstand corrosive environments. There are 2 other business units which are focused on carbon fibers. One is the business unit Carbon Fibers, and we focus on continuous tow carbon fibers, intermediate products, textiles, and pre-pregs. And the 4th business unit is the Composite Solution, and they provide products which are made out of carbon fibers or glass fibers. Okay, why to use 50K? 50K offers different advantages in your product or in your process. And for example, you can increase the capacity of your process. If you, for example, you use the same number of spools, due to the higher tax, you can realize a higher throughput. If you want to achieve the same throughput, you can use a less number of spools compared to 20K or low-tow fibers. Furthermore, 50K carbon fibers are used in high-volume processes where the best cost-performance ratio is required. Of course, there's also the other side of the coin. You will face some challenges, for example, with the wider toe a 50K carbon fiber has, and roving placement will be difficult, especially in curved areas. Also, resin impregnation is a little bit more challenging with 50K. And today's markets are quite dominated by low-tow fibers because of the higher tensile strength and higher elongation properties. And here, our new carbon fiber, the Sikafil 4.9 235, can step in with the enhanced properties of this fiber. Let's have a short look into the wind market, because this is currently the biggest consumer of 50K carbon fibers. To reach the green targets, we need wind turbines with increased capacity. And to increase the capacity, you can use longer blades. But these longer blades need to be strong enough to withstand the wind forces and stiff enough to avoid the resonance effects, which can occur in this wind turbine. And carbon fibers are the material of choice as a reinforcement material to realize these properties. And if you use carbon fibers, the weight of the wind blade is somehow manageable. If we look into a wind blade, you can see the I-beamed part in the middle of the wind blade, and at the top and at the bottom, the orange area, is the spar cap. And this spar cap is out of carbon fibers. The spar cap is produced in a pultrusion process, and here the 50K carbon fibers can bring an advantage to the process. Okay, if we look at market studies, we can see that the total volume share of the wind industry is around 30%. But on the other hand, if we look at the total turnover share, it's only 15%. And the reason for that is that this market is mainly dominated by 50K carbon fibers. The other extreme is the aerospace sector, and here we see that the volume share is around 15%, but the turnover share is more than 30%. And this is because of the very expensive, high-performance carbon fibers that are used in this sector. And what we see in the world of pressure vessels, we can see that at the moment, the volume share and the turnover share is kind of balanced. What we also see is that an extreme increase in demand is predicted for the next years. And there is a potential risk that there is a shortage on capacity. And there are two solutions now. Either you increase the capacity of the currently used state-of-the-art low-to fibers, or you bring alternatives to the market. And SGL decided for the second option, and with our new 4.9 fiber, we want to provide a new alternative to this market. I would like to give you short background information on this pressure vessel market. So currently, when we look at green mobility, there are two options. One is the battery electric vehicles, the other is the fuel cell electric vehicles. And depending on the payload capacity and the range of the vehicle, you can choose the best solution. So what we currently see is that, especially for heavy-duty trucks and mid-duty trucks, buses and trains, a fuel cell electric vehicle can be beneficial. Of course, you need a place where you store the CNG or hydrogen, and you will store it in a high-pressure vessel. There are several types available on the market at the moment, which you can see here. Type 1 and Type 2 are metal, or Type 1 is a full metal vessel, Type 2 is a metal vessel and with an GFRP outer layer, but these two vessels are not used in these mobile applications. What is used in the mobile application is Type 3, which is a metal liner and a CFRP outer layer, and also Type 4, which has a polymer liner and a CFRP outer layer. There is also Type 5, but this is more a long-term target. Well, carbon fibers and pressure vessels are quite a successful combination, but so far 50K carbon fibers are not used. And there are some limitations. One is on historical aspects. For example, the filament winding technology is well established for producing the carbon fibers, and this technology is in this case mainly based on low-to fibers. The size of the tank and the geometry is a topic, because with a wider toe you will face challenges, especially in the dome areas. But these issues will become smaller when the tank is more increasing. And of course, the mechanical performance is a topic, because currently 50K carbon fibers are offered with, let's call it industrial grade properties, which cannot catch up with state-of-the-art low-tow fibers. And if you, for example, use such an industrial grade, you will need much more carbon fiber to wind the pressure vessel, and then at some point you will lose all the cost advantages you have with these 50K carbon fibers. But now our new carbon fiber, the Sikafil 4.9 235, can step in, because this new carbon fiber offers a strength of 4,900 megapascal and an elongation of 2%. With the higher strength of 4,900 megapascal, you can reduce the add-on material compared to state-of-the-art low-tow carbon fibers. And the elongation of 2% is somehow comparable with the currently used carbon fibers. Of course, you can also get the typical processing advantages of 50K carbon fibers. For example, if you use the same amount of spools, you can increase the throughput. And if you want to have the same throughput, then you can reduce the number of spools, which leads into a lower setup time of your winding machine. A short look into our portfolio. Here you can see that SGL offers only 50K carbon fibers, so no low-tow fibers. And we offer a wide range of material properties, starting from the industrial grades, our 4.0 and 4.6 fiber. And we also offer a high modulus fiber with a modulus of 280 gigapascal. The new fiber is the fiber that offers the highest strength in our portfolio and the highest elongation with 2%. We offer these fibers with different sizings, for example, epoxy, polyamide sizings, and we produce the fibers at 2 production sites. One site is located in the US, in Moses Lake, in the state of Washington, and the other site is in Scotland, in Muirford. All new fiber developments are based on our own precursor technology. At this slide, you can see the typical performance spectra which are required for certain markets. And you can see on the lower end of the material property range the requirements for the wind market, which consumes mainly the industrial grade carbon fibers. At the very high performance ranges, there is the aerospace sector, and in the middle you can find the requirements for the pressure vessel sector. And with our new carbon fiber, you can see that we can well address the requirements for the pressure vessel type 4 cylinders. In this slide, you can see that in which sectors our carbon fibers are used. And we are not only focused to supply the pressure vessel world with the new fiber, we are also interested in supplying other markets, for example, sports and leisure or construction. So if you are curious now and if you want to learn even more about our new carbon fiber, I would like to invite you to visit our booth in Hall 6, D43, and you can talk with our experts there. Thank you for your attention, and if you have questions, feel free to ask them now. Are there any questions? No? Okay. Good then. Thank you for your attention.